Conservation of plants and animals. All kinds of plants, animals and other organisms inhabiting a region make up its biodiversity. In other words, the existence of a diverse variety of plants, animals and other living organisms living in a particular region is called biodiversity. In a forest, we find dense plants from tiny grasses to huge trees that grow to a great height and in whose branches a vast variety of living organisms live, find food and take shelter. In a forest, we can also see a large variety of animals from small insects to huge animals like elephants. The biodiversity of a desert, a grassland and a rainforest are very different from one another. In this chapter, here we will learn about the causes of loss of biodiversity, the consequences of destroying the biodiversity and the steps being taken to conserve it. Let us learn about some of the terms associated with biodiversity. Species. A species refers to a group of organisms, plants or animals that have common characteristic features and can interbreed with each other. Ecosystem. The various communities of living organisms. Green plants interact with soil to get minerals and water, with air to get carbon dioxide for carrying out the process of photosynthesis. An ecosystem is made of all the plants, animals and microorganisms in an area along with non-living components such as climate, soil, river, delta, etc. Causes of loss of biodiversity. Increase in human population. The tremendous rise in human population is one of the major causes for the loss of biodiversity due to construction of a large number of towns and cities for human settlement, industrialization, and construction of dams, mines, etc. A large number of habitats like forests, ponds, etc. were wiped out. This led to loss of biodiversity. For example, the giant panda is an endangered species now because it survives only on bamboo shoots. Bamboo forests, which were the natural habitat of the panda, have been cleared for farming and in the name of development. Illegal hunting. Tigers, elephants, leopards, rhinoceroses, whales, seals and many other animals in the world are under threat because they are hunted down for skin, fur, tusks, claws, meat and other body parts. Cheetah, extinct in India. Dodo, the extinct bird. Pollution. Pollution of soil, air and water is endangering many plants and animals. Pesticides and other harmful chemicals accumulating in water bodies like lakes and ponds kill fish and other aquatic animals. Global warming. Global warming, caused due to natural and human-made reasons, has also forced species to adapt to the changing environment. Natural disasters. Natural disasters such as earthquakes, floods, droughts, cyclones, forest fires have also contributed to the reduction of plant and animal species in many areas. Exotic species. Animals and plants that do not belong to a place originally and are introduced from elsewhere are called exotic. All the different kinds of plants living in their natural surroundings are called the flora of that place. All the different kinds of animals living in their natural surroundings are called the fauna of that place. Together, the flora and fauna of a place form the biodiversity of a place. The International Union for Conservation of Nature and Natural Resources, Iucn, now known as the World Conservation Union, WCU, is an international body to study and assess the global conservation status of plant and animal species. Iucn maintains a comprehensive list known as the Iucn Red List of Threatened Species. It is also known as Red Data Book. Here, species are classified into 9 groups. The classification is based on certain factors such as present and past distribution of a particular species in a given area, the decline in their number over a period of time, area of geographical distribution, etc. The categories are extinct, extinct in the wild, extremely endangered, endangered, vulnerable, near threatened, least concern, data deficient, not evaluated. Extinct species. The species which are not found now but once lived on this earth are called extinct species. Extinct in the wild. When a species no longer exists in its natural habitat and is known only to survive in captivity, like zoo, it is said to be extinct in the wild. Extremely endangered species. Species that have extremely high risk of becoming extinct are listed in extremely endangered species. Endangered species. Species that are at a high risk of getting extinct in near future due to the decline in their number and a drastic change in habitat are called endangered species. Vulnerable species. Species that already exist in low numbers and may even become endangered if the causative factors like habitat destruction, environmental disturbance, or illegal hunting continue to operate are called vulnerable species. Endemic species. Endemic species are those species of plants and animals that are found exclusively in a particular geographical area. They are not naturally found anywhere else. Protected areas. For conserving and maintaining biological diversity, areas both on land and in water are protected through legal laws and other means. National parks, wildlife sanctuaries and biospheric reserves are some of the protected areas created by our government. National park, an area which is strictly reserved for the protection of wildlife only and where other activities such as forestry, grazing of animals, cultivation of crops are not allowed is called a national park. Some well-known national parks set up in our country are Jim Corbett National Park, Uttaranchal for tigers, Kaziranga National Park, Assam for one-horned rhinoceros, Gir National Park, Gujarat for Asiatic lions, Kanha National Park, Madhya Pradesh for tigers. Sanctuary. An area which is strictly reserved for the protection of wildlife and in which the operations such as cutting of timber trees, collection of minor forest products are also allowed, provided these activities do not interfere with the well-being of the animals, is called a sanctuary. Some well-known sanctuaries set up in our country are Bharatpur Bird Sanctuary, Rajasthan. Only place in India where Siberian cranes are found. Chilka Lake Bird Sanctuary, Orissa, for birds. Sultanpur Lake Bird Sanctuary, Haryana, for birds. Bandipur Sanctuary, Karnataka, for Indian elephants. Biosphere Reserve, a multi-purpose protected area which is developed to conserve biodiversity and also to educate, train and create awareness about environmental aspects and eco-friendly living is called a biosphere reserve.